In 1350, what we know as the idyllic French countryside was a living hell. For more than 15 years, the people had suffered at the hands of English invaders. Little did they know that this war would last for another 100 years. But through this crucible of fighting, famine, and plague, there would emerge the modern nation of France. England's King Edward III looked jealously across the English Channel. Wanting France for his own, he had added the fleur-de-lis, the symbol of France, to his own royal standard. This was an all-out declaration of war. And in 1337, he invaded. But France already had a king, Philippe VI. As the English burned their way across the land, Philippe's army and his legendary knights marched to meet them and came face to face with the English longbow. A simple weapon, but the most devastating the knights had ever faced. The heroes of France fell to storms of English arrows. The war engulfed the French countryside. By 1351, the conflict was focused on Brittany. One fight stands out as a spectacular display of chivalry and a symbol of the wider conflict between the two enemy nations. The Combat of the 30 is still commemorated here in Brittany. It was a dispute between two local families. Supported by the opposing sides in the war, the French and English commanders decided to settle it through a trial of knightly combat. Each side would choose 30 champions to fight on neutral ground. France prepared to defend itself against England's finest. Intent on ending the suffering of the French peasantry, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir sent a challenge to the English commander. 30 champions on each side would compete in a tournament for final claim to Brittany. With the battleground of the Halfway Oak agreed upon, Sir Jean set out to gather support from local knights. As a knight himself, Sir Jean followed the strict rules of chivalry and was expected to protect the local peasantry and ensure peace.
Je suis votre serveuse. Bien savez quoque nos sacriers certes.
Most medieval tournaments were friendly in nature, held for sport and glory, but the Combat of the 30 was arranged between opponents mired in war. English raids had torn through the countryside of Brittany and brought great hardship to the people. Sir Jean spotted an English raiding party attacking a nearby farmstead. the French knights defeated the English raiders, and Sir Guy de Rochefort joined Sir Jean's party. Looking to secure his honor, a young knight held his ground on a bridge in Sir Jean's path. Honorably conceding defeat in the duel, Sir Yves Charel joined the cause. Sir Jean's search next brought him to Sir Geoffroy Dubois, whose squires were contending with a detachment of English longbowmen. The knights would use the great speed of their war horses to charge the archers and overwhelm them. The English longbowmen fell, but the French knights knew the enemy would attempt to retake the hilltop fortification and steeled themselves for further attacks. With Sir Geoffroy by his side, Sir Jean had secured the outpost.
Oyez, mettons nos en la vouée.
Sir Jean entered the staging area for the tournament, where he prepared to choose which knights would join him in battle. Each knight would be accompanied by his squires, young nobles in training to become knights themselves. Sir Jean had selected his champions. As the sun rose, the two sides entered the arena, ready for the first round of combat.
Je veuille vos obéir. Retrayez vos à moi. Obéir, c'est vertu.
Bien sabes quoque nos ateit. Leggi
Non et puedes aún destruir mi reino. Si te...
Claiming an easy victory in the first round, the French champions left the arena to recover their strength.
Que sunt vos commandement? Bien savez quo reniez vos armes. Aveillez-vous un pied-ci, un pied-là. Et comprenez.
Refreshed and reinvigorated, the French knights returned to the arena for another round of combat.
Compagnon.
The combat of the 30 was about to decide which nation would control the Duchy of Brittany.
Honor est d'obéir.
Triumphant, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir and his loyal knights claimed victory. The combat of the 30 had decided control of Brittany in favor of the French. Little did the two sides know, this was just the beginning of a bitter war that would outlive them all. After victory at the combat of the 30, the French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince. But France's King John II was closing in. Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September 1356. The French army outnumbered the English by thousands. King Jean himself joined the fight, but what seemed a certain victory for France soon turned into a nightmare. The English longbow devastated the mighty French army. An endless hail of arrows gutted the main French force. Then the English captured King Jean. The fight was over. The Battle of Poitiers was another catastrophic defeat for the French. The English had destroyed most of France's nobility in a single day. Now they turned their attention towards taking the French capital, Paris. The invaders marched unopposed towards Paris. The remains of some of the medieval walls of Paris still stand today. As the English army approached, the terrified locals sought shelter behind these defenses. Could France's capital withstand the full might of the Black Prince's army? The English Black Prince had raided the French countryside without mercy, and now his army had come for the capital. With the English on their doorstep, it fell to the French army and the people of Paris to defend the walls of their proud city. Hoping to avoid open battle, the French began fortifying the city, manning the walls and calling every available soldier to his post.
En besogne. Vecchier meriens.
Oh, me faut trahir. Povons avoir mes...
Advertens tous nos. Que faut-il donc besoigner? Povons savoir mestière de bois.
As the French hastened their preparations, several detachments of English soldiers were spotted closing in on the city.
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Fouillère est ma toute...
Baillez moi besoin. Oyez les ordonnances. Vais à la mine. Oyez tout le monde. Fouillère est ma toute vie.
Manans, preist à ouvrir. Si veut exploiter, dans ce bâti, je s'estuie.
Oyez les ordonnances.
The English showed no mercy, burning their way to Paris via 3 routes, each of which was home to villages and farms that supplied the capital.
Archers, guerre à Part9. Accessment vos, Archers. Obéissez aux commandements. Archers, les commandements viennent. On the guerre pits, Archers. Oui, Archers, allons prime. Accessment vos, je t'empère.
Besoin à faire.
Que valait Bastille?
Baillez moi besoin.
Votre commandement.
Giovanni Bastille.
Baillez moins besoin. Tous y a là.
Besoin à faire.
Laisse-moi une Versailles.
Lors bâti de cesse.
Sur quoi me faut-il faire? Reste par une sanglante intime.
Longtemps va-t-il demeurer?
Compagnia moult. Jetsmets vos amis. Oui, à Part9.
forces.
Que faut-il donc? Voyez-moi, pour vos servir. Fouillez, strapo de vie. Oi, si, comme volets. Giovanni Basti.
Arbelestre. Arbelestière. Avant, mon archers, de ferais donc. Si comme volets.
Compagnon, chevaucheur, soyez chevaucheur, appelez-vous.
Un besoin.
Que faut-il donc besoigner?
As the French continued to rally their army, the English took the last of the surrounding villages and had almost encircled Paris. With the countryside in flames and the English at the city gates, the French armies steeled themselves for battle. Now came the capital's true test, with the mighty walls of Paris hold against a fearsome English siege. The Parisian Guard raised the alarm as the English began their first assault on the city walls.
Oyez bien, compagnons. Les chevaucheurs sont prêts. Chevaucheurs, on arrange pour la bonne.
Voyez-moi besoin.
Compagnons,
Voyez-moi besoin. The French army fought valiantly, repelling the first English attack. tout le monde.
Oil. Messieurs des mouets. Bonne besoigne, va jetzt moi besoigne. Pour vous servir. Lors bâti de s'estuer.
Homme fautre, si vais exploiteur. J'exploite les réparateurs.
Les Chevolchers, escut, nos allons, Chevolchers.
A compagnon, nos allons. Allons, à parmer.
Chascuns, elle s'appelait.
Laissez-moi exploiter.
Compagnon, prêt de Mamaki. Chascuns, James Downs, Dominic Wilson.
Un besoin. Oyez, à votre commandement.
Que faut-il à votre commandement?
Compagnon Temper à Oxami.
Si, je vais rapatiller.
À votre commandement.
Quel est votre plaisir?
Tous de ya, Lauretz.
Dibi James Downs, dos de Guerpison.
Ben ici va, compagnon. En rappel.
Lion de siège à 6.
Presque pas une sanglante à dire.
Oh yes, les ordonnances.
Advertance, tout le monde. Lance bâti, je sais.
Les chevaux, les couettes, vos arrois.
Bayets, moi, besoin.
Wally Jet et Compresse.
Écoutez-moi mon message. Écoutez-moi mon message.
C'est donc besoigné.
Je gagne mon gage. En volontaire, si peuvent être frères.
Besoigné à faire.
Vous me faites. Lors devant nos salaires. Veille à la mine.
Que faut-il, Suisson Quemin? Oh, là, c'est moi exploité. Pour vos
Sur quoi me
servir.
faut-il traire?
Appareillement en train.
Cheval qui bouise de Cester. J'obtempère à vos adresses.
Chasse si fait vos commandements.
En Belestière.
Besoigné à faire.
En Belsiveille. Avant au Belestière. Les chevaux, chefs,
Or attendons sans James and Way. Oui, me faut-il frère. Oh, jetzt les commandes.
Comme il vous plaise.
Et jetzt Kur Oaks Commandement. Captain Père.
Although the walls of Paris had been breached, the French could still hold the city, so long as its mighty landmarks did not fall.
Lucia l'oreille.
Compagnon, nos allons.
Lors battit se street.
The French defense of their capital held firm, wearing down the English invaders one by one.
Giovanni Bastille. Besoigne à faire.
Voyez-vous bien.
Attentis. Régiment.
Chafoule, t'avances, oui après!
Marchier. Oh, yes.
Des Spartans, Bremen.
Besoin à faire.
Vaiez moué bouer. Vives donc.
Comme fait moule, t'avances, oui après!
Marchez et
Mais ici, laisse comme ça.
Jazz de siège à 6.
Arme les tiens. Arme les tiens. Avant, je gagne mon game.
Hans Hocken for the mountain. Engine was abandoned. Attendez.
Arme les tiens.
Avant, reste tout est à 6.
Compagnon, je gagne mon game.
Alberta dévance dans sa lettre.
Comme les compresses! Compte jouer, sans stade!
Comme il vous plaît.
Compagnon, reste pas besoin!
Engine was abandoned.
Bah, it's moins besoin.
besoin. Allons ça, Trestuts.
The enemy grew ever more desperate as their ranks thinned and their hopes of victory faded.
Oyez les ordonnances. Giovanni Bastir. Archer, de demeurer.
Oui, à parler. Alors,
Que faut-il donc besoigner? Bestia des mouets.
Just a post place.
Archer.
ici.
Aime besoin. Tous de gars là, ouais. Archer.
Ordonnance à 6. Dictez-moi une Versailles.
Chacun post place.
En besoin. Si vez exploiteur. En besoin. Giovanni Bastir.
Poisson job tempère.
Va, certes. De mettre à la fête.
Rebelette au col. Avant.
Archer, obéis aux commandes.
Vengeance de siècle 6.
Baillez moins besoin.
Une autre Versailles.
Besoin à faire.
Compagnon. James Downs. Los de Guerre.
Compagnon. Compagnon. Aucun beau de beauté. Seconde votre commandement. Dictez-moi une Versailles. À parler.
Dictez-moi ma besoin. Commandement.
Heil, messieurs des mouets.
Préparé.
Bête et complexe.
Aime besoin.
Je veux s'amène Mériens.
Allons ça, Trestuts.
Là, Sommer son Versailles.
Tous de gars, Lauretz.
The ruthless English army began burning the great Parisian landmarks. The French were running out of time to expel the enemy from their city.
Habillement! Je gagne mon gage. Oui, à part main. Je gagne mon gage.
Compagnon, l'on obtient garder de force.
Reste votre plaisir.
À quoi que tu passes? Annonce les cotons!
Archers, venez aussi, essayez des Spartans. Home of Part 9.
Gentlemen was overestimate. Gentlemen was habillament overestimate.
Archers,
Gentil! Overestimate. À point de espace. Annonce à Marseille. Cyber.
Archers, Archers, au commandement.
Overestimate. Overestimate.
Archers,
Compagnon,
bien, bien. Weiss, presse forte, je baisse de ses stupapes.
qu'est-ce d'un potier?
Hectons-nous à la voie bien brillamment. Archers, faites force, Archers! Venez-vous! Et
Gentlemen was habillament overestimate. Gentlemen was overestimate. Overestimate. À point de espace. Bien, bien! Veille!
on open de Cuferder, annonce! La set's moins exploité! Jovalibas!
Los de Spartans, vraiment, gentlemen was talk compagnon. All right,
Comme il vous plaira!
Defeated and demoralized by the strength of the French defense, the Black Prince's army abandoned their siege of the capital. Paris celebrated victory, but this was not the last test the French would face in their struggle to win the war.